that Candace is too authentic and is therefore a threat, that the women don't want to be all in authentic. And so they got to get rid of the person who's, and do you think that Candy Gal could be off next season?
Yes, 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 yes,
Really?
and no. Yes, 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 and
Oh,
no.
okay.
There's this woman, she's a hot bag of wind over there in Salt Lake. We have a hot bag of wind. Her name is Heather Gay, and she says receipts, timelines, proof, and we will never work with you. Get up and get out.
You can leave.
And then we have a baby gorgeous who is sending tweets that Miss Monica has overplayed her hand. And when you overplay your hand, you are fired. Well, Miss Monica will not be fired. And my point is, there will never be a housewife, not even one of the top 3 housewives of all times. Her name is Teresa. Her last name is Giudice. Miss Giudice said to Melissa, "We will never see you here again, bitch." Remember when she said that on the reunion? Teresa called me before the reunion and we had a lovely chat. And she said, "I'm going to tell Melissa that she's never coming back." And I said, "Well, Teresa, I've been saying for months, Melissa Gorga will 100% be fired." Well, no housewife determines the cast, people. So I do think that these people that present their fake lives, Giselle, and their fake lives, Robin, who still doesn't want to talk about Juan, and we're not even focusing on this when it's an actual thing. I do think that they are right. Like the Grand Dame and Giselle have it down, right? Like they spat Giselle, like Karen loves when Giselle comes for her and vice versa. They're just like, thank God you're giving me something to work with here, right? Like they have an understanding at this point. So I do agree with you. I think that they do not want to present their real lives and they would like Candy out and they find her a threat. But I do not think they all have the power to do that. Like Danielle Staub is not gone. She's gone because she, well, in this end, she pulled someone's hair and she wasn't a cast member. So it's like, no, I don't think getting together and icing someone out. I mean, people have iced out Teresa Giudice many times and no one wanted to speak to her. And they found a fucking friend down the street under the car, fixing the car to film with Teresa. They'll find someone to work with Candy Gal before they let Candy Gal go. At this point, that's how I feel. That's how I
Interesting.
feel.
Housewives. I mean, is NECA coming back?
Oh
Is
God.
the professor?
Um, I
The
think it's time.
professor?
I think it's time for the professor to basically end class and give everyone an A and just go out on a high note.
Why, you're not feeling the professor? Do you feel like the professor brings anything? Like,
No, I
wow.
don't. I don't.
I loved the professor season 1, but then I think she just got into the TV of it all so much, like the boob jobs, the face, the outfits. I don't know. I loved that I wish she'd leaned more into the academics of it, but
She got
I
tits.
don't
She
even
got
know.
ass.
Right, right. I don't know if she's doing a lot of TV commentary. I got to check her page.
I don't think so. I think she's still waiting to sell some of those 2-wick candles. You know what I'm saying? Like the professor is not home anymore. I think we need to have a new name for the professor because Class Honey has been dismissed for many seasons now. We can call her the candle maker. You know what I'm saying? Isn't that a better name? No, I don't find anything authentic about the professor. I agree with you. I'm sorry. I think the Grand Dame is above it all. She's the Grand Dame. You do not fire the Grand Dame. What's up with the Grand Dame's charm school, by the way?
when does that start? I definitely
By
want.
the way, I think little Raven Huger, we all, here I am. I spoof forth that Gia Giudice could be maybe one of the first legacy housewives of all time. I think eventually when the Grand Dame is ready to go and she's of an age that they will not work with her anymore and they'll have to fire some other people because we don't want a lawsuit for Bravo with age discrimination, which is actually illegal here in the US. I think Raven Huger, little influencer over there. I got my eyes on you, Raven. Could be.
Would be coming up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You know what would be
I think,
really interesting? Do you want to know something that would be really
tell
interesting?
me, tell me.
I think would be really interesting if a housewife's child lived somewhere else. Like Cynthia Bailey doesn't live in this, like Cynthia Bailey's daughter ended up living in, Brooklyn or went to NYU or like, and she did. She was in New York. I think she's still in New York or she lives in LA. If some housewife's daughter, Gia's in New Jersey probably for the rest of her life, went to another state and just naturally not relocated, not tried to get on the show, and just was literally living in it. Because Raven, I think, lives in New York. I think Karen's daughter lives in Brooklyn. I think also it would just be interesting if
Yeah, that'd be a good crossover.
if like a housewife's daughter became a housewife, but not on their own franchise. Because I don't see how that's going to work. You're never going to go against. It's just going to be too weird. I think that would be interesting.
That would
Legacy
be
housewife.
really juicy.
I
That would
like
be
it.
really juicy. Um, what else? Is there anything else you want to talk about homeless, not toothless? I mean, most of our homeless, not toothless appearance did get axed out, my friends.
I'm so upset. I know.
Um, is there anything else Beverly
Oh.
related or yeah,
Well, I want to talk about Southern Charm, guys. Great, one of the best seasons in a really,
that's
really long time.
what I'm hearing. Okay, tell me why. Why was it so good? Why?
You know why? And I just sat down with the Southern Charm cast. Oh, do I want to call this person a cast member? I just sat down with somebody from Southern Charm. And this is why I said this on the air with this person, which will come out. It's like Vanderpump.
Who I think it is. This is going to be so big.
Oh, wow. It's like Vanderpump. I feel that, well, I think two reasons. First of all, it's like the male housewives, first of all. You have like OGs or people that were there since season 2 and Craig and Shep and Austin. And like, when did this show become, the women come and go? The real rocks of this show are the guys. And I think it's so interesting. It's like the male housewives. That's one reason, but I really think the reason is because it is real, true, intertwined relationships like Vanderpump. I mean, these people, for the most part, whether it was on the screen or off the screen, have known each other for like decades. And not everyone. We tried to bring in new people. I was just asked, what do you think of the two new guys on the air? And I'm like, well, one of them is named Rod, and the other one's name, I don't know. I know he was gay and probably stunt casted because you needed a gay character for to check the box, and I don't remember his name. So we try to bring in some new people. I think Vanita. I don't know. I don't really know what she adds. I don't really know what Leva has added. I mean, just right off into Southern hospitality at this point. I think we're definitely going to have a cast shakeup. We're going to change out the cast a little bit.
Okay.
Look, I think Leva, and I'm sure they're going to keep Vanita, but I think Leva and the two new guys will probably be gone. I think JT was a great addition. Love him or hate him. It was a great season.